All right, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Everduck. My name is Ever, aka Everduck. A little bit about me. This is my first YouTube video ever, actually. Well, like with me in it. Um, I am not new to reading tarot cards. I've been practicing for about 5 years now. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, I decided to start kind of giving some readings to some friends and some other close people. And I guess I've been practicing long enough that I decided, you know what, I'm on Twitch, and now I guess I want to do some YouTube videos. So I just want to share a little bit of my skills in hoping and hopefully helping you, um, you know, make some good life decisions. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this. But anyway, today's topic that we're gonna be doing is, what does this person think of me? And where could this go? How about that? What does this person think of me and where could this go? Um, all right. So anyway, without further ado, without me rambling on anymore, because I like to ramble, Gemini sun, we're here. Shout out to the Gem Goddess. She's also a Gemini. Um, but anyway, let's get started, shall we? All right, so I know in most pick a card videos, the decks or the piles are already, laid out for you and shuffled for you. But I also know there's also another market of people that like to watch you and hear you shuffling. So I guess what I'm gonna do is a little bit of both. So if you'd like to skip on to afterwards, I'll have somewhere the little timestamp or whatever it's called, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So anyway, let's get started. So a little bit about the way that I like to shuffle and or the way that I channel my intuition rather is I'm an auditory learner, so I learn through listening. And the way that I channeled my intuition is that I just usually whenever I'm shuffling, and picking a card, I usually have my eyes closed and I wait and I shuffle the cards and I wait until I feel a sensation, usually in my right ear. So usually you'll see me throughout the process, just closing my eyes. And either if I'm standing still, it's because I'm saying my mantras. Um, and yeah, that's basically how my intuition goes. So let's shuffle each deck twice. Normally I will shuffle each one twice. And then we'll get started. So um, I do follow or I do stream on Twitch, and I decided, um, why not give YouTube a go? I'd like to think I'm personable, and I got the personality to, I don't know, be someone, be able to connect with people, and be able to, help people. Um, I'm not really a believer in that, like, I should charge for tarot card readings. Um, I'm not really in it for that. I'm more in it to just like help people. So that's kind of what it's all about. Isn't that what it should be about anyway? So now that we got all of them shuffled, we're gonna pick some cards for each deck. And let's see what the way I'm gonna do it is the question is, what does this person think of me, and I and what can come out of this situation? What does this person think of me, and what can happen in this situation? What might happen in this situation? So let's get started. All right. So we're gonna have three piles today. So we're gonna start with pile one. All right. All right. Let's start with pile one. So What does this person think of pile 1? Alright, that's going to be card number 1. What does this person think of pile number 1? Alright. Let's use this tarot deck for what can happen in this situation for pile 1. First card. What can happen in this situation for pile 1? Alright. Alright, so we got the tarot cards down. Let's get you a chakra oracle card and a crystal angels oracle card. Alright. What does this person think of pile 1? Alright. What does this person think of pile 1? Alright, so there we go. That's pile 1. Alright. Let's get you a little sticky note, boo. Yes. Alright, so let's go with pile 2. Alright, what does this person think of pile 2? What does this person think of pile 2? What can happen in this situation? What can happen in this situation for pile 2? Alright. Let's get a chakra card. Maybe I should shuffle here. I don't know. I like shuffling here. I keep it close to me. So I'm just gonna keep doing it like how I do it on Twitch, I guess. You know, I'm new to all of this. I'm still new. I'm learning, you know. We're here. We're growing. So let's keep going. Typical Gemini, you know. We're just indecisive sometimes. But I'm on a cusp, so I'm a little bit more stubborn. I'm on the Taurus cusp, you know. Taurus Gemini, so I'm a little bit more stubborn, more on the ground, you know, than most Geminis. What does this person think of pile 2? What does this person think of pile 2? Alright, so that is the stack for pile number 2. You get a little sticky note, boo. You better work. Alright, let's go for pile number 3. Alright. Alright, what does this person think of pile 3? What does this person think of pile 3? Alright. What can happen in this situation? What can happen in this situation for pile 2? Alright, chakra card. What does this person think of pile 3? What does this person think of pile number 3? What does this person think of pile number 3? Yo, we got it. We got all 3 piles, y'all. All right, let's get it going. All right, so that's it. We got all 3 piles. On to the next little thingy. So let's go and pick a pile now. All right, y'all. So here are the 3 piles on to choose from about what does this person think of me and what can happen in this situation. So here's pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So, take all the time you need. If you want, you can close your eyes and, kind of get a feeling for a sense of which one you want to pick. There is no right or wrong answer. Just really take a deep breath. You can close your eyes, just focus on the intention and, really trust your intuition on which one to choose. And so that's it. That's all you're doing. That's it, boo. All right, so if you chose pile 1, this is your reading on what does this person think of me and what can happen in this situation. What does this person think of me? What can happen in this situation? So let's get to your reading. So for your angel crystals, you got Moldavite, Perfection. What does this person think of me? And what can happen? All right, let's raise a little bit of this contrast so we can see. Yes, we like this. Yes, we like this. We're gonna keep it here. All right, so for what does this person think of me? You got the Seer and the 3 of Stones. So what does this person think of me? You got the Seer and the 3 of Stones. So what I'm sensing here, this person feels that you're very intuitive. You know a lot about the mystical and world. You really are interested in occult things. You're very intriguing because you're very mystical. You're very intuitive. You know things about other people that a lot of people don't even know about themselves. You're very good at calling things out like you see it. You're the seer. You call things like you see it. The 3 of Stones is also all about, creative skills, the coming together of skills to create things. So you got all of these culmination of things, all these great skills coming on, and this person sees that. This person knows that you're very creative. You're also, very intuitive. Now, what can happen out of this situation? I am sensing, well, you got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So, the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse. What can happen in this situation? I'm not really getting a sense of anything really like romantic happening in this situation. I feel like if anything, what might happen out of this situation seems to be like an argument. I'm sensing some kind of an argument between the 2 parties, between the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Of course, we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of us. There's usually just one party that's a little bit more masculine and one that's a little bit more feminine than the other one. And it doesn't matter the gender. So what I'm sensing is there's a little bit of a younger energy with the masculine person. And I'm sensing they just don't want to hear it. So what can happen, or what has already happened with this connection, is that you are very passionate. You are a very passionate person. You're very creative. You're also very fiery. And so what's going on, or what could happen in this situation with this person, is that this person is a little bit more mentally immature, mentally, or not even immature, because that sounds a little bit wrong, more like mentally youthful, a little bit younger in their way of thinking than you are. Um, so I think what's can happen is a clashing of minds, a clashing of expression. The suit of swords is all about thoughts, it's all about thinking, and the suit of wands is all about desires. So it could also be like a clash of, someone who's very passionate and someone who's just very up in the clouds but not really realistic. They're very imaginative, but they're not realistic. Um, and so what's going on, what I can sense, what I sense can happen is just this clashing going on. There's a little bit of a bumping of heads here. Even in the pictures, look, listen. Even in the pictures, if they were right side up, it seems like they could be great, but they came out upside down. So it's kind of like this person doesn't want to hear it, and this person is like, fine. You don't want to hear it, then fine. I'll just keep standing here and being a boss ass bitch. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you have this energy of like, I know my worth. I know who I am. I'm not gonna change for anyone. Of course, it seems like you do compromise, but like only if the other person is willing to compromise. And I feel like later on down the future, what can happen is that this person doesn't really want to compromise too much right now. There's not a lot of compromise going on. They just got their sword in front of them, like, nope, I'm gonna just shield myself. I'm gonna just hide myself. I'm good. That's it. And that's what's going on, you know. But let's keep going on about what does this person think about you. You got the Moldavite and the Perfection card. So Moldavite is all about unconventionality, and then you got the Root Chakra card about perfection. So again, the Root Chakra is all about passions. It's all about your your sense of self. Your groundedness. So you're very grounded and you're very passionate, and you embrace your uniqueness. This is what they like about you. They like that you embrace, your uniqueness. That you're into stuff that not a lot of people are into. That you believe in stuff that not a lot of other people believe in. But I mean, you're the seer. You've been through a lot of things that some people haven't been through, and some of them are inexplicable. And so you're like, you know what? I'm perfectly imperfect. You you know who you are, and you're not going to change for anyone. And they really like this about you, and they like how unconventional you are. They like how innovative you are because you're very creative. Coming back to this card, you're very creative. You got the Three of Stones, very creative. You know how to do things, bring things together in an unconventional way, but it still works. You're very innovative. You do things, you you do things your own way because you're perfectly imperfect, and you know that you've done the work, you've done the self-work, you've done, you know, a lot of the meditations, a lot of the mantras, any like the I guess, yeah, all of the work, you've done all of the work, and so you know that, and you trust yourself that in following your guidance, and that's what makes you unconventional. That's what makes you very innovative, and they really like this about you. They like that you like to travel off the beaten path. They like that you are into things that not a lot of people are into. And they also are really intrigued by the way that you know things about people without even knowing them too well. It's very intriguing, but what I do sense in this with this is that I can sense some kind of like a clash, or I can already sense a clashing between like thoughts and desires. because you desire something else, and this person is still kind of like all up in their thoughts, all up in all these other things, you know. So that's what's going on that I'm sensing. But I do sense, you know, a very good energy overall, you know, about this person really does think a lot of great things about you. They think highly of you. Um, but I don't know, like just like if you were thinking, wondering if this is like a romantic connection, I'm not really sensing that it could be a romantic connection just because you're a lot more mature in the way, you know, that you think and the way that you view things than this person is. This person, you could probably also be inquiring or asking about a younger person. That's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing this youthful energy and this a little bit more mature energy, or maybe you know you're the same age, but you just have done the work. You know, you've done the soul searching work that we all need to do in order to, you know, realize how perfect we are with all of our imperfections. You've done all the work. You've done it, and um yeah, so that is all I'm kind of getting from this reading, but it there's just a lot of really good thoughts that this person has of you. Um and it seemed I'm getting a very good like friend energy, just like very good as friends, you know. Um because of this clashing. I'm not saying, you know, if you were asking about a romantic interest, I'm not saying that it can't happen because ultimately, you know, we are in charge of our own lives, and you know, they have the power to change themselves, and you know, anything can happen. But yeah, I'm just sensing more of like a friendly type of energy, if that makes sense. So that is all I'm really getting. So anyway, please comment below if you feel like this resonates with you. You know, I'd like to hear feedback. I like hearing feedback. I like to know, yo, Everduck, you're good, or yo, Everduck, that makes no sense whatsoever, you know? And then I'd be like, oh dang, like oops, you know? But yeah, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm gonna go on to pile two. So that's it for your reading, pile one. Thank you so much for giving this video a shot. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. All right, pile two, let's get to your reading. So what does this person think about you? And what can happen with this connection? All right. So what does this person think about you? So for what does this person think about you? You got the Temperance card in reverse. Oof. And you got the Four of Vessels. The Four of Cups. All right. So what does this person think about you? Baby, I'm not getting good vibes. This person thinks that you're a very imbalanced creature. They think that you just have no idea really like how to like balance yourself. They seem like you're just very imbalanced. You know, they and I'm getting the sense of maybe like when it comes to like partying and academics, it seems like you just don't know how to find the right balance between, you know, having fun and then like getting back to your responsibilities. This person thinks you're kind of irresponsible. You don't, you're always teetering on the line of, you know, like, you know, being sober or not being sober, or, you know, like, you know, that's kind of what I'm sensing, you know, or like doing my homework, not doing my homework. There's just like you're always like teeter tottering, if that's even a term. That's what I'm hearing, teetering. You know, you're always, and it seems. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Um, so it, and this person also thinks you get bored easily. This is exactly what the Four of Cups is all about. You know, the cups is all about our emotions, how we feel. Um, so this person thinks you get bored easily about things, and this is what causes this imbalance. It could also be about people. You get bored of people easily, and then you're kind of like, like you're just like a butterfly, like flying around from flower to flower, talking, socializing. And I think for you it's just you just like to socialize, you like to talk, and maybe that's where this like sense of like boredom comes from. That you just love talking. You like talking to people, you like getting to know people, you just like human interaction. But this person views it as an imbalance. This person views it as like you get bored too easily and you don't know how to be alone and be at peace with being alone. Um, that's what I'm sensing. Now, the reason why I'm also sensing that is because you got the release chakra, the crown chakra card. This is all about releasing, And then the Azurite card, deep emotional healing. Baby, listen. Listen, BB. This person does not think good things of you because they feel like you need to do a lot of like deep healing. It seems like you got to do a lot of releasing, you got to do um a lot of soul searching, internal soul searching. And from the cards that I'm guessing here in this situation, I'm sensing that the reason why you like to talk to people a lot is because it distracts you from doing the release, from doing the emotional healing that you have to do alone. You find that boring. You find it a little bit boring, and you need that mental stimulation, that chitter chatter. You love talking to people. And why? Because it's again a distraction for what you really should be doing. Um, and that's what this person thinks of you. Um, I'm kind of getting like a really good like friend energy. Like this is like a best friend or someone who knows you really well, and they know what you've been through. They know what you've been through, and that's why they feel like you need to release things. You need to release things, um, and stop, feeling bored about being alone, and doing this release and this healing. You know, um, that is the imbalance that this person is sensing. Now, what cards, the tarot cards you got for what can happen with this um, connection in the near future, or what is possible and happening? You got the Page of Swords and the Star, the Page of Swords in reverse and the Star. So normally the Page of Swords upright is all about this youthful energy who loves to talk. This is a messenger. This is a youthful energy, very youthful in the way they think. They just love to chat. They love to talk around. They love to spread news, you know. But in reverse, I'm sensing what can happen in the future is that you might get yourself a little bit in trouble with this connection because of gossiping, maybe talking a little bit too much. Going back again to talking a little bit too much to other people. They feel like, or what can happen is that because you like to talk a lot, you might unintentionally, especially, being a Gemini, I know all about unintentional, gossiping, because sometimes, you just get caught up talking, and something slips up, or you're like, oh crap, was I supposed to say that? So, in the future with this relationship, with whatever, if this is a romantic, a friendly, or a familiar relationship, regardless, try and keep the chatting to a minimum, because it seems like you could get yourself in trouble in the near future, and the with all of with how much you do, and you love to socialize, which is fine. It's good to socialize. Just make sure you're not really talking about other people, you know especially in a negative light. um to prevent, any kind of like gossiping from going on. What could happen also in the future, I'm sensing with this situation, you got the star. So the star is all about, it's ruled by Aquarius, and it's all about, our dreams, our goals, and it's all about feeling optimistic towards those dreams, towards those goals. So I feel like things are gonna turn out well for this situation. But what really needs to happen for things to go well is for you to ultimately, release a lot of hurt and healing that needs to be done. And that needs to be done alone. As boring as it seems like it is, I feel like that's exactly what you need to do. And like kind of what I'm sensing here in this card, it seems like this person is kind of like shunning away, like kind of being like, no, like, so I'm kind of sensing also like, in order for things to finally like get better with this situation, you need to kind of turn people away and do a lot of this boring, self healing and releasing that your soul needs to be doing, that you need to be doing. Um, oftentimes people who are not used to being alone get bored when they're alone. Um, and I think that's because a lot of the times we are afraid, or we are uncomfortable with our own thought, our lone thoughts, or how we feel when we're alone. Um, and we're kind of afraid of what might be released during that time, what kind of thoughts can be released when we're alone, when we're in deep thought, um, and when we're not distracted by other people's chittering and chattering, so I'm sensing that really what needs to happen in order for this situation to get better is you really need to kind of turn people away for a little bit, and come back and internalize things, or not internalize things, kind of distance yourself from people for a little bit, and really do a lot of deep emotional healing to really release any pent up strong emotions that can be inside. So, but I don't know, overall I'm sensing that this person really does care about you. They just they just know you got a lot of healing that you have to do alone. That's what I'm sensing. So I'm sorry it was a little bit darker. Like as soon as I drew these cards, I was like, oh no, this was like a little bit of a darker, like a harsher. Like, listen, Everduck's got to be a little bit harsher, and I'm totally okay with giving, honest, feedback, or like what I'm getting with the cards. So I hope this resonated with you, Pile Two. Please let me know what you think. Let me know if you're like, listen, that kind of was like booty. They were like, that don't make no sense, or if you're like, you know what, you're right. Those cards read me, and you read me, using these cards. So let me know what you think. That's all I'm getting for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here and giving me a shot, and I'll see you next time. Hey, yo, Pile 3. This is your reading. Let's go. What does this person think of me, and what can happen out of this situation? What's to come? What can I expect out of this situation? All right, so for your Crystal Angels card, you got the Rubelite, Passion and Purpose. Ooh, okay. And you got Perception. Okay. Okay. And you got the Sun card, and you got the Three of Arrows in reverse. All right. And then what can happen out of this situation? You got the Hermit, and you got the Five of Wands in reverse. All right. So let's get to your reading, Pile 3. All right. What does this person think of you? Overall, I'm getting some really good vibes. This person thinks highly of you. So you got the Sun card in reverse. What I'm sensing is that this person really thinks that, no matter what goes on in your life, you're always optimistic, and they really like that about you. There's there's always a way that you can twist things into a more positive perception. Baby, I can't make this up. BB, listen. Pile three, listen. No matter what goes on in your life, it seems that you're able to perceive them in a way that is still very uplifting and optimistic, and still gives you hope. This card represents the heart chakra, and the heart chakra is all about love, hope, um, growth. So you're able to really perceive things in a very uplifting manner. It's very hard for things to get you down, and challenges and experiences to break your spirits down. This person also thinks you've got passion and purpose. You're very passionate, going back to the heart chakra. You got all of this passion, and you use it in such a good and uplifting manner for not only yourself but for other people, and they really admire this about you, because you also got the three of arrows in reverse. So the three of arrows in reverse, this is all normally all about heartbreak. This is all about heartbreak and being your heart broken, but in reverse, I'm sensing that this person also really admires the fact that you've been hurt. You've been through trials and tribulations. And despite all of these like difficulties that your heart has taken, you're still able to perceive these things in a great manner. You're still like a really good person, which is really good. You're able to somehow, no matter like all that you've been through, you're still able to perceive things in a way that is positive. Even if it's like something that can be really negative, and it can really like, alter someone's, their sense of hope, you still somehow find a way to, shine and find hope and be smiling, and try and twist things around into a way that it's a little bit more more purposeful, more uplifting. That is what I'm getting with this. There's a lot of there's a lot of like passionate energy, passionate energy, passion and purpose. A lot of passionate energy I'm sensing. There's a lot of fire in here. The sun, and then the fire coming out of the heart. There's just a lot of fire. A lot of fire, and fire usually represents, passion. It's all about, creativity. It's all about, and then the heart chakra. This is representing the heart chakra, and heart chakra is also all about passion. It's all about love. It's all about, um, it's all about hope. Um, so no matter how things, seem to get get other people down, there's still a way that you're still able to find hope. You're still able to perceive things in such a hopeful manner, and this person really loves that about you, pile three. So let's get on to what can happen out of this situation in the future. All right, so listen, pile three. I'm sensing kind of like some good vibes out of this. Like out of what can happen, you got the hermit, and then you got the five of wands in reverse. So here you could see, people being fighting other people off, and I feel like in the future there aren't really like any arguments or fighting that's going to go on between the two of you in the near future. Of like what can happen out of this situation, it seems like the two of you work really well together, and it just seems like to flow effortlessly. It seems like things are just going so well, and things just sail smoothly. Excuse me. Wow. All right. So you also got the hermit card. So what can happen in the future? I'm sensing a lot of like learning. I'm getting the sense of the two of you will be learning so much more out of about one another. And it's going to be so easy. There's going to be like no fighting, no arguing really. And if it does, they're going to go away so quickly. Smooth sailing, baby. Smooth sailing. That's what I keep hearing. Smooth sailing. Um and again with the hermit card, it's all about the hermit is normally it represents Virgo energy. Virgo energy. Why did I say that? Virgo energy. So it could be, someone who's very I don't normally with my readings, I don't really like to bring in, like signs and whatnot. um but I am getting a good sense of grounding. I feel like with the two of you there is this good sense of grounding going on. um because there's just, well, this does represent Virgo, but and Virgo is all about earth, you know. So that's why I'm getting the sense of there's just a good sense of grounding between the two of you. When the two of you come together, you both feel really really comfortable and things are just very easy between the two of you. That's what I'm sensing can continue to happen. I feel like that's already been happening and that's just going to continue to happen. I feel like this person knows so much about you, um, and they really admire how much you've been able to open up to them, um, despite all of the trials and tribulations you've been through with other people and with other experiences. They really admire how much you're able to really trust this person. I'm getting nothing but good energy here, like nothing but good stuff. Now, if we do want to try and focus on like something negative, if we want to, the only thing that I'm sensing is that like in the future, like you and this person, it seems like y'all are gonna like maybe have some people fighting for y'all or something because y'all just work really well together. I feel like because you two work really well together, a lot of people are gonna look at you both and be like, I want that, like why can't we have that, So that's kind of what I'm sensing. I'm sensing something like along the lines of that just because it you two just work so well together. You both just flow. Your ideas flow well together amongst one another. Um there's this very good balance going on that I'm sensing. A good balance also between the heart and the mind, Um despite you being, very passionate and very positive and having good perceiving skills, you are also very much an intellectual, I'm sensing, you know, and you, despite, having all this passionate energy, you also are able to rationalize things well, and so is this person, and so you two are just gonna continue working well together. I'm just sensing really really good stuff here. So that's all I'm getting for your reading, pile three. Please let me know in the comments, let me know what you think of this reading. Let me know if any of it resonates. Let me know if it doesn't. Let me know if there's some of it that does, that doesn't. I don't know, you tell me. This is my first video again after all, so that's it. So yeah, that's it. All right, thank you so much, and I hope to see you again another time. All right, so that is my reading, y'all. That's all I'm doing. Um, so yeah, it seemed like it went by a little bit quickly, and I hope it did. Because that's kind of the way I like to read. The way that I like to read is I like to, I like to be very concise, to the point, I might be a little bit harsh or a little bit like, or the truth might be a little bit harsh, but just know the intentions are nice, and the reason is that I just like to be short and concise and to the point. I don't like sometimes whenever I'm watching some pick a card videos where they just seem to drag on, which is nice. But I try to I try to really get to the core of things. Um, and so, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please, drop a comment below. And also, I am on Twitch. So my channel there is twitch.tv/everduck, same as here. And I am streaming tarot Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, or 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So please, if you'd like to just chill there with me, please drop by and be like, hey, yo, I was from your YouTube, that'd be nice. I'd be like, okay, so someone watched it. Or maybe nobody's gonna watch this. Either way, who cares? This is my first video and I'm gonna keep doing more. Point blank, period. That's it. Oh, and also, I forgot to say thank you again. And I hope to see you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. See ya later.